Throughout our class, we've examined a number of popular science fiction themes, including the Anthropocene, AI and machine learning, and automation. A topic I'd like to dive a little deeper on is posthumanism, generally meaning a person or entity that exists somehow in a state beyond being human. SOMA was developed by Frictional Games. It came out in 2015. And it spends a lot of time deeply examining what it really means to be human. It deals with identity, personhood, posthumanism, and simulated reality. Let's begin with a summary. Our story begins in 2015. Simon Jarrett survives a car accident that leaves him with serious brain damage and cranial bleeding. The player goes through the game from Simon's perspective in the first person. We start playing in his apartment, preparing for an experimental brain scan that graduate student David Munchie is confident will help to create a treatment plan. He arrives, talks briefly with Munchie, and sits in the chair to be scanned. During the scan, everything goes black, and Simon wakes up somewhere completely different.
Canada, Munchie, born 1988, July 16th.
Right.
Flat neurograph, version 6. Good. All files in order.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
That's so. Well, let's hope they're wrong. Ready? Say cheese.
Through gameplay and exploring the desolated site, you learn that you've woken up in Site Upsilon of Pathos 2, an apparently abandoned underwater research center. Through exploring, you establish a connection with Catherine Chun, who directs him to a communication room in Upsilon.
What's happening? Hello, is there anyone there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Upsilon, what's going on?
I have no idea. I just sort of woke up here.
In the room right now?
It was like a seat with a helmet.
Is that right? What's your name?
I'm Simon Jarrett.
And what do you... damn relays. Where are you now?
Someplace dealing with electrical power. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a transformer.
Yeah, you're probably in the thermal plant somewhere. You want to go upstairs to the comm center. It's the room with the dome ceiling.
Hey, look, this place is not... There's something seriously wrong here. Hello?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. We lost another relay. Just listen, head for the comm center upstairs. I'll wait here.
Along the way, Simon encounters robots that believe that they're human.
Who's there? What the hell happened to you? What's wrong with your... everything? Did you go diving in sewage or something?
What are you?
Are you blind? It's me. Carl Semke. Wrangler? Any of this sound familiar to you?
No, actually.
Well, thanks for being so helpful. It's not like I'm knocked out on the floor or anything.
Are you human?
Shit, did my body give it away? I try hard staying a mystery. Yeah, I'm human. Are you?
My name is Simon. Do you know anything about this place?
Oh, you knew. That makes this slightly less weird. Look, I'm obviously hurt. If you see anyone else around, just tell them where I am.
He makes it to the communication room and manages to get back in touch with Catherine.
Hey, are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where to even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pezos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly from Toronto?
Yeah, I did. And it was very unexpected.
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
Only robots, crazy ones.
This is all so strange.
You're telling me. What was that? Whoa!
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Simon, come to Lambda.
How do I get there?
There are shuttle trains connecting all the sites. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
Shit! Where should I? Oh, fuck!
What the hell? How is this possible? This is insane!
When we get to Site Lambda, we realize that Catherine is another brain scan in a robot. However, she is aware of this fact, unlike some of the other robots we've encountered. Similarly, as the game progresses, you, as Simon, become more and more aware that you aren't what you think you are. More on that later. We are able to transfer Catherine to a portable Omni tool so that we can bring her with us. She explains our mission. Catherine tells us about the ARC, an experimental technology that she was developing post-impact event. After noticing how the station AI was starting to put brain scans into robots, she realized that she could build a whole world through code and create a digital Noah's Ark of sorts. It is powered by solar power and was designed to be launched using the Omega space gun into orbit, so it could theoretically exist indefinitely. Many Pathos 2 employees volunteered to get scanned for the project. However, it went haywire when Mark Serang proposed his theory of continuity. Because each upload, each scan is a copy of you, in order to continue to be the same person that's scanned, he theorized that the real you had to immediately die or otherwise stop existing, because otherwise your paths and experiences would diverge from that scan and you would no longer be that same person.
Did you know that the human body consists of up to 75 trillion individual cells? They typically don't stay with us till we die. Some live a few days, while others live a few years. We're not affected by their short lifespans, as they're replaced by new cells which help sustain our bodies. I don't think anyone would argue that we ever lose our persona due to this process. Yet we are clearly in a constant state of transformation. Then how do we remain the same? A continuous flow of thought and perception keeps an unbroken chain of continuity that we know as our self. Our conscious mind is not the pattern of our brain, but a continuous emergent entity based on that pattern. When Dr. Chun populates the Ark, she is capturing a moment of our existence and placing it inside the digital world. Soon you and your digital you will grow apart due to diverging experiences, but for a tiny window, you are the very same. With unbroken continuity, it will live on. A fulfilling life, no doubt, no less real than the one from which it was plucked. Now remember, you are not your body. You are the emergent entity. That entity just happens to occupy two places at once for a while. If you took away your body, you would simply be the only one you can be. The you inside the Ark. Let your body die and continue on in the digital paradise among the stars.
Following this and a rash of suicides, the directors of the facility forbade further brain scans for the project.
Strasky, come in. I need help in the lab, the scan room.
What happened?
Conrad killed himself after the scan.
Jesus, how?
Maser tool? What should I do?
I'm gonna need to tell Strohmeyer.
No, please! I'm so close. Strohmeyer's gonna shut down the ARC project. It's not my fault people keep killing themselves.
Catherine, what are you gonna do? It's not like you can sneak a 300-pound body out of the lab.
I know.
Catherine, are you okay?
Not even close.
Catherine asks us to determine the whereabouts of the Ark, and we are able to find its approximate location using a built-in tracer and find that the Ark is currently situated in Site Tau, where unfortunately will only last a few decades at most without solar power. Realizing that we could also be uploaded to the Ark, we as Simon offer to help Catherine reach it and complete her project. She suggests that we use Site Theta's Dumbat submersible to descend into the abyss where Tau is located, but first we need to get to Theta. After leaving Site Lambda, you get detoured to the MS Curie, a semi-submersible research vessel owned and operated by Carthage Industries. The goal is to find an escape ship to use to get to Site Theta. Through exploration of the Curie, you learn that it is 2104 and that a comet has devastated the Earth and left Pathos 2 as the final outpost of humanity.
Curie is safe while submerged. The crew, what's left of it, is doing okay. For the rest of the world, there's no good way to describe it. The destruction is absolute. The surface is just gone.
A note in the Lambda shuttle station reads, Pathos 2 Memo, Impact Event. On this morning of January 12th, 5:13, the comet Talos crashed into the Pacific Ocean. The impact ranks as one of the largest collisions ever recorded on Earth. All evidence indicates that the surface has gone completely barren and is no longer able to sustain life. Pathos 2's unique location has provided unparalleled safety for our staff. Some structural damage has been noted, but no casualties reported. The largest loss was the weather and communication station located on Surface Platform Omega, unmanned, which is under the circumstances a small price to pay. Theta will hold an emergency meeting to discuss the future of Pathos 2 and ultimately mankind. More on the matter will follow. We learn that Pathos 2 was originally established as a thermal mining operation by Japanese conglomerate Haimatsu and European conglomerate Carthage Industries. The primary purpose of this facility shifted to space technology and the operation of the Omega Space Gun, an electromagnetic railgun designed to launch satellites and other small equipment into orbit without the cost or risks of traditional rockets. All operations and maintenance on Pathos 2 are overseen by the Warden Unit, referred to as the WOW, an artificial general intelligence integrated with all the computer systems in the facility.
Thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WOW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on the ship?
Are you talking about the black tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WOW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like a cancer.
Integral to the plot is a technological marvel known as structure gel that gained popularity in the 100-some-odd years between Simon's brain scan and him waking up. It was intended to merge organic life with a digital counterpart that allows the body to heal almost instantaneously. However, this digital counterpart has to have something controlling it. In this case, the WOW. In the plot of the game, the Warden Unit controls the structure gel and also all the hostile monsters. The WoW went rogue because of a bug. Its code specifies that its goal is to preserve the human race at all costs, which became problematic after a mass extinction on the surface. This means that even if a person is dying, the WoW will try to keep them alive, no matter what, and no matter what the cost.
Hey, are you...
Don't hurt me!
Can I help?
It won't let me die. Nothing is allowed to die.
What happened?
An accident. Fixing the power. I was going to Theta.
Anything I can do?
If you see Masters or Holland, tell them I need help. Okay? Amy needs help.
Even Terry Akers, what used to be a human and was mutated to a horrifying monster that we encounter in Site Theta, not long after discovering that he gouged his own eyes out and had been consuming the structure gel, also was technically just trying to keep humans alive by putting all the remaining humans he could find into forced comas, sustained by the WoW and populated by their happiest memories trapped in that dreamscape forever.
Don't move. It's okay.
What?
It's over now. Relax.
Ashley? What are you doing here?
Hanging out, like couples do.
We're not...
You don't want me?
Yes, of course. What happened?
You fell in love.
We finally get to Theta, but there's something wrong with the Dunbat. The WoW got to it first. It has a person's consciousness in it.
Huh? Wait, this isn't... Oh, no! WoW got to the Dunbat before we did, am I right?
Well, it was talking. That's rarely a good sign.
Damn it. The Dunbat was our best shot. I was really banking on this to work.
Come on, we can't quit now. There's gotta be another way. How do you think you did it? How did the team get the Ark down the abyss in the first place?
If they didn't use the Dunbat, the only other way would be the climber at Omicron. It's like an elevator which supposedly reaches all the way down into the abyss.
Okay, so we do that. We go to Omicron and take the elevator.
Yeah, okay. Sure. We'll just head over to Omicron and hope there's a power suit that fits you. You know, so you don't implode while in the abyss.
That does sound useful.
Alright, let's go then.
We determine that we need to proceed to Site Omicron, where the climber is, an elevator rig that will go to the bottom of the abyss, in order to launch the Ark. We also need to get a power suit from Omicron that will let us survive in the depths of the ocean without getting crushed. Notably, Theta contains some unbroken mirrors, which we haven't seen before, and if you look in the mirror, we see that the Simon we've been truly isn't human at all. Simon didn't teleport from the past to now at all. His brain was successfully scanned in 2015, and then that scan was uploaded 100 years in the future.
What's this thing?
That's just a compound examiner. Coster uses it to investigate structural integrity in payload frameworks.
Of course.
Could you fit inside it? If I knew what you were made of, it would be a hell of a lot easier to figure out how to get you on the Ark.
I'll give it a try. Bit of a tight fit.
Can you reach the on switch?
Should I be worried about radiation?
I think we're beyond that. Interesting. You seem to be one with the diving suit you're wearing. Everything's meshed together.
How's that gonna work with the suit we're picking up at Omicron?
I think they're bigger. You should be able to wear them both.
Imogen? Who's that?
It looks like the basis for your body is one of my old colleagues. A standard Cortex chip for robots, including the data reader and the OcuTorch, has just been forced through the skull.
What?
Structure gel has fused the whole construction together. Amazing stuff.
No, hold on, back up. I'm one of your old colleagues?
Well, your body is. Imogen Reed.
That's disgusting.
Hey, don't say that. She was nice to me. Anyway, the Cortex chip is good news. That means we can transfer your mind to the Ark with a pilot seat.
Kath, I'm half a dead person.
Yes, it makes sense. Think about it. All those simplistic minds we've run into, just reviving a dead person doesn't seem to work that well. A robot body seems to make people a bit unreliable. You are the best of both worlds. A sound mind and a sound body.
The first Simon, the one who walked away from the brain scan in Canada, died only a few weeks later from his brain injury. In short, we're a copy. Simon Jarrett's scan became part of Dr. Munchie's technology as a legacy scan, basically a default or a tester, a template. Simon makes it to Site Omicron and finds many Pathos 2 personnel with their heads completely destroyed. With Catherine's guidance, we were able to gather the materials that are needed to transfer into an underwater power suit that we find, that contains the headless body of Riley Herber. We sit in the chair and get copied over to it.
What was that?
No, it's just...
Why was it still talking?
It's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
What do you mean?
You know it's not magic. You were copied. The sleeping Simon in the seat was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
God damn you, Kath. 2 Simons? There can't be 2 Simons.
What did you think would happen?
That you were gonna take my mind and put it into another body, like a brain transplant.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't work that way.
You realize how messed up this is?
Please, I didn't mean to upset you.
How did you expect me to react to this shit?
Please stop.
You're fucking disgusting. What's gonna happen to him?
He'll sleep for a while, a few days.
And then what? Wake up in this fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we go into the abyss?
What if he didn't need to wake up?
You get to choose. Do you kill the old Simon? Or let him be lost and unable to die in this hellhole? Whichever choice you make, you are able to descend into the abyss and confront Dr. Johann Ross. More on him later. While avoiding and traversing the horrors of Pathos 2, Simon is able to get to Site Phi and find the Ark under the protection of Sarah Lindwell, hooked up to life support machines, the last living human. She requests that we turn off the machines for her, and you get to choose whether or not you do. Either way, you are able to launch the Ark successfully, in a way. You realize, as Simon, that you're still there, you're still in Pathos 2. How? Well, the same way as before. He was copied.
Time, 20 seconds.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
You gotta be kidding me!
5, 4, 3.
Come on, load!
2.
Yes! Yeah, we made it! Woo! I'm still here. Still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there, among the stars. We're here.
No. We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry over. You lost the coin toss. We both did. Just like Simon at Omicron, just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
In an end credit scene, we get to be that copied Simon, blissfully unaware, or in denial of, the fact that he is just a copy like before, and that there is still a Simon left trapped in Pathos 2. The game closes with a shot of the Ark floating in orbit.
That's enough. We got what we need.
Is that what we are? Simulations?
Yeah, but it shouldn't make any difference. You're still you.
There are a handful of themes that I would like to examine from SOMA. The first being posthumanism, the evolution of humanity. What comes after us, and if that's still human? This is arguably what the WoW was trying to do, though failing in most regards. The WoW was trying to preserve humanity by fusing the human resources it had into robots using structure gel and brain scans. While most of the creatures were animalistic at best and actively violent at worst, a notable exception was Dr. Johann Ross, an AI psychologist who was revived by the WoW and became obsessed with destroying it. Unlike other proxies, he displays a clear knowledge of who he is, who he once was, and what happened to the station. Ross is technically a success. He's self-aware and able to survive in extreme circumstances. But is he still human, despite his lack of a quote-unquote human body? This sort of personhood, what defines a person, is integral to the understanding of SOMA. We see it in Simon wondering about his own humanity, and in the robots scattered around the station who are in denial and still think that they're human, and in the discussions of the Ark and its simulated reality. Is that real? Are the people in the Ark human?
Catherine! can't believe we actually made it.
Well, we did.
I'm so relieved.
Simulated reality is a concept that reality could be simulated and then indistinguishable from true reality. In a case like the Ark, it could contain conscious minds aware of the fact that they are technically in a simulation. This is notably different from virtual reality, in which it is clearly This is notably different from virtual reality, which is easily distinguished from actual reality. Current virtual reality technology is clearly different from reality in a way that the participant is able to notice. In contrast, simulated reality is either difficult or impossible to actually separate. We see this in the final scene of the game, playing as the Simon within the Ark. The world there is lush, vibrant, and identical in quality and resolution to the real world outside of the Ark. In short, to the people inside of it, the simulated reality of the Ark is just as real as the world outside. But what implications does this have for humans, for humanity? Are the brain scans within the Ark human, or are they just Are the brain scans within the Ark humans? Or are they just simulacrums of the people that they once were? Is this true mind uploading, true digital immortality, where the people uploaded have all of the capabilities as when they had physical bodies? It's implied to be so, but the real analysis of that is up to the audience to interpret. SOMA is easily one of my favorite video games. The amount of detail and world building that went into creating the world of SOMA is incredible, and I highly recommend, if not getting the game, at least watching a playthrough. There's plenty on YouTube. It's definitely worth it. However, SOMA is a game that I definitely recommend playing yourself, if at all possible. Something nice that the developers included is a safe mode, which means that the monsters while there can't actually hurt you. So if you're bad at video games like me, it doesn't actually impact the playthrough or the story, not being able to avoid the monsters. If you're interested in more of the backstory, there's actually a film called Intermissions that was made and released in segments that shows the lead up to the plot of SOMA, and it's just a really cool live-action film that was created by the developers of the game, and it really fleshes out the world even more. So, in conclusion, SOMA is one of my favorite games. I hope you can see why. Thank you for watching.